We've got a midweek blog post which has 3 very important pieces of information. We have a Archangel's kit, Nemesis kit, and then we've also got the awakened abilities for Red Hulk, which will come out on his saga, which will be in the next patch. We're going to have the second round of the Red Hulk Scourge. Now, we do have information on Archangel and Nemesis. We're going to read the kits, but there's always missing information, which we typically don't have until the game goes live. Like, what is the speed on the characters? What is the accuracy on the characters? How do the basic attacks work with assists? You know, is there going to be an advantage to having Striker if we could just have, please, the counter attack, ISO secondary attack information? We don't get that. And then also we don't have the unique abilities for the upgrade. So I am pretty excited about this. We're going to talk about Archangel. Archangel leads his Death Seed team as a blaster with high damage and focus and stat. He can not only level enemies with big attacks, but his passive ability, Fallen Angel, brings a litany of mechanics to bend the battle to your will. On enemy death, he attacks the most injured enemy and reduces the speed bar for all enemies, and in raids, barriers himself. And this mechanic seems like very similar to that of Death Pool, and it'll probably be very good in raids. So once the Death Seed team gets rolling, the enemy won't be taking many turns. Even though Archangel is a blaster, he has support aspects in his kit. On kill, he generates ability energy for all Death Seed allies. On ally crit, and we're going to talk about that, he heals himself and all Death Seed allies. As the Encore, this Horseman also grants additional armor and crit chance to Death Seed allies. So, whenever they add crit chance, typically, as far as ISO go, lends itself to Raider. The only issue that I have is Dark Beast Kip. Says gain 25% assist chance per Death Seed ally. So he's always going to be assisting when he's on a full team of Death Seed, which typically when you have a character on a team that does this, which we have Okoye and we have Nebula and their respective teams, typically then we pair them up with Skirmisher, Striker, Skirmisher combo. But it's unknown if this team right here is going to use the Raider. Traits: Villain, Global, Mutant, Blaster, Death Seed, Horseman, Legendary. Let's go down to the passive. Unkilled, generate 1 ability energy for self and all Death Seed allies. Feels very much like Death Pool. On enemy death, attack the most injured enemy for 200% piercing, ignoring stealth and taunt, and then reduce speed bar for all enemies by 10%, and then raids reduce speed bar for all enemies by 25% instead. So my best guess is that this is going to be amazing. This team's going to be amazing inside of raids, but the raids will be tuned for this team. They will literally make the raids for this team. If you know what I mean, it's not like this is going to work well outside of raids. So they're going to make the raids knowing that you're going to be bringing this team in and you really won't have a choice. And this is probably the only team that will have any kind of success. In raids, bury yourself for 10% of this character's max health. On this character or Death Seed ally crit, heal self and all Death Seed allies for 3% of this character's max health. So I'm guessing that Raider will be very good with this passive. Gain 30% armor. Death Seed allies gain 30% armor. Gain 15% crit chance, and Death Seed allies also gain 15% crit chance. So again, Raider is probably going to be likely. Now this ability right here seems bonkers. Angel of Death, my goodness. Energy cost 3/3. Transfer all positive effects, excluding taunt and regeneration. And this is going to be important when we read Nemesis kit, because Nemesis will look at the positive effects on Archangel, copy them, and then spread them to the entire team. So this, hopefully Archangel goes before Nemesis, but we don't know this turn meter. We don't know the speeds on these, but that is what I guess is that this is going to happen turn 1. Transfer all positive effects, excluding taunt and regeneration, from primary target to self, and flip 3 random positive effects to negative effects. And then this is just absolutely bonkers. Attack primary target for 700% piercing. Piercing bypasses armor. Oh my goodness. And I'm best guess is that his stat, he'll be a stat beast. I mean, the other legendary horsemen have very high stats. So this is probably going to be one of the craziest single target damage in the game. In raids on kill, prolong the duration of all positive effects on self and all Death Seed allies by 1 up to a maximum of 2. Cannot be counterattacked. Then we're going to go to his special. Shard Storm, energy cost 4/4, clear 3 negative effects from self and all Death Seed allies. Apply offense up for 2 turns to self and all Death Seed allies. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 330% damage. On any target block, fill speed bar for this character by 20%. And I think that's a very good ability. I was wondering how that would work in war, where, deflects are everywhere. If that would be good, but I'm pretty sure Magneto will be going first on this team. We'll have to see. Again, we don't really know because we don't have any information on the speed on this. On kill, apply offense down for 2 turns to all enemies. This attack cannot be counterattacked. And then his basic, Wing Wrath, attack primary target and adjacent targets for damage and apply bleed. In raids, apply 2 additional bleed to the primary target. This attack cannot be counterattacked. And so no information on the assist and counterattacks. I wish they would provide that. Now, let's go to the Nemesis kit because there's some cool interactions specifically with this right here on the Nemesis kit, and he is going to be the healer on the team. Nemesis is support of the Death Seed team, but he's not your typical support. Nemesis shows that the best defense is a good offense. All of his attacks steal enemy health and distribute it to Death Seed allies, bypassing heal blocks. So all of his abilities kind of have like what Minerva has on her ultimate ability. It's similar to that anyways. His passive ability, Armor Breach, grants Death Seed allies additional damage along with granting himself speed bar and speed up when a Death Seed ally drops below 50% health. And that is kind of a similar mechanic to that of Beast and or Squirrel Girl. Traits, Villain, Global Mutant, Support, Death Seed. Let's go to his passive. Gain 30% damage. Death Seed allies gain that damage as well. Lower armor by 30% for all enemies with bleed. In raids on Spine, apply defense up for 2 turns to self and all Death Seed allies. When this character or Death Seed ally drops below 50% max health, fill speed bar for this character by 30% and gain speed up. So that way that he can, get more turn meter and then potentially heal up the team, which is going to be important. Now, ultimate. Plasma Meltdown, energy cost 5/5, attack all enemies for 300% damage, steal 10% health from each target and redistribute to self and all allies, bypassing heal block. Apply slow for 2 turns and bleed to all enemies. In raids, apply trauma, which is a big deal. Now, this is the ability I think that you're probably going to want to do depending on how the turn meter of the team goes. Probably want to do this turn 1 because then you'll get positive effects everywhere on the team. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 250% damage. Steal 10% health from each target. Redistribute health to self and all allies. This bypasses heal block. Transfer all positive effects from random non-summoned Archangel. So basically, it's going to look and see what positive effects are Archangel and apply them to Nemesis. Then spread all positive effects to self to all non-summoned Death Seed allies. These actions will not spread taunt, stealth, regeneration, or safeguard. Apply speed up for 2 turns to self and all Death Seed allies. So on turn 1, if Archangel goes first, he gets all the positive effects by depending on who he targets. And then turn 2, this special pops off and it spreads all of the positive effects to the entire team. I think we had a mechanic similar to this, a little bit different with Mystique and Mr. Sinister. The basic attack, again, attack primary target and adjacent targets for 240% damage, steal 5% health from each target, and redistribute to self and all Death Seed allies. This bypassed heal block. All right, so this, of course, is going to be an amazing team. I'm not sure that Archangel, when he comes to the game, whether or not he'll be arena viable or not, we will have to see. I'm not really sure, but we have some changes to Red Hulk, which we're going to go over, and this is going to be the awakened abilities. Arriving with the upcoming version 6.6 release are Red Hulk's awakened abilities. You'll need awakened ability materials to upgrade Red Hulk's special and passive abilities to their awakened levels, and you can use these special ability materials in Red Hulk's upcoming War Horseman saga. Here are the powerful updates to the upcoming Red Hulk abilities. So I think this is going to be very powerful. I do like this very much, and this is to do with his special. They're adding 2 things to this. Let's go down and take a look at this right here. Oh, we passed it up. Oh, let's go back up a little bit right here. Okay, so this is going to be added to the special. Clear revive once on the primary target. If Apocalypse is an ally or with 3 or more horseman allies, clear revive once on adjacent targets as well. So right now it just clears off the primary target, and when this awakened ability, it'll clear off of all 3 targets basically. Then this I find amazing right here. Fill speed bar for 1 random adjacent horseman ally by 10%. This ability already reduces turn meter on the targets, and now it'll be giving speed bar to, let's say, Rogue and Morgan Le Fay. And so placement on the team is going to matter. And fill speed bar for 1 random Apocalypse ally by 15%. So my best guess is that Apocalypse will not have the Horseman tag, just like Thanos does not have the Black Order tag. So the Horseman probably would be adjacent to Red Hulk, and then Apocalypse will be somewhere else. So this will be a good ability. Then on his passive, if Apocalypse is an ally, at the end of this character's turn of Apocalypse, will gain 1 charge up to a maximum 5. So the ultimate ability on Red Hulk will go off faster on a team that includes Apocalypse, and then Apocalypse and all Horseman allies will gain 60% focus. And so those are going to be the changes to Red Hulk's passive and his special. Looks like it's going to be an exciting patch. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Are you excited about Archangel and Nemesis? I'm okay. I'm more excited about seeing Apocalypse Kit and how this is all going to play out together when we get a full picture. And of course, we got an in-game notification saying there's a patch around the corner. My best guess is that the patch will be next week on Tuesday or Wednesday. And hopefully when the patch goes live, we'll get that additional information on, what is the speed of the characters? What is the accuracy of the characters? What does the assist counterattack mechanic look like on these characters? What are going to be the uniques for upgrade? We'll probably find that out when the patch drops either on Tuesday or Wednesday. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming. Bye for now.
Just like a spark that's breaking out, can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt.